Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to America's Bits. This is Red Flag Laws, and not the kind that Dan Crenshaw likes. In our Red Flag Laws, we are going to give you laws so that you can escape the losers, the hoes, the deadbeats, and the pit bull and pantyhose.
In this segment, we'll be giving the opposite gender advice. I will talk to the ladies to help you avoid deadbeats.
And I'm going to talk to the men folk because hoes are not cool no mo's.
Exactly. So what we want to do is we want to point out in this segment one good piece of advice for the opposite sex.
If you're in the dating pool right now, there's a type of woman, I think, there's a lot of type of women, but specifically for this video, there is a type of woman that maybe some of you are interested in, seeking out. Maybe you see them on a dating app or something like that. It's a woman that you should stay away from. And when I say stay away from, I mean run for the freaking hills. And one of those women are women who let themselves go. If you are in your 30s, your 20s, even your 40s, and you are interested or you've been seeing a woman who doesn't care what she looks like, wears dresses, doesn't shave her legs. This is America. This is not Europe. This is not the Europe. Or however they say it. How do you say Europe and European? This is not European, okay? This is America. Women shave their legs and armpits. If you're dating one of those women, you need to run for the hills because it exposes a lot of issues that maybe she ain't saying right away. Because when you first date, you gotta put your best foot forward, correct?
I tell you what, look, if you show up stinking or if you show up with your skincare kind of off point, if your teeth ain't brushed, if the girl's hair's a mess,
if eyebrows
there's a lot of flaws there.
Shaped.
And it ain't just because she didn't have time to hop out of the shower and dry her hair properly.
Yes, one of those issues is that she probably has given up, and it's probably on a lot of things. So at this point, she's like, I don't even see the point of trying to make myself look attractive. Who cares?
And yet they're out there putting themselves on the sexual marketplace.
Yeah, it don't make no sense. These are women who are specifically making decisions based on feelings and estrogen. You want to avoid those types of women. Yes, women have more estrogen than men, but we can't be estrogenized alone.
Unless you're a swimmer for Penn State.
Ew.
Yes, indeed.
Anyhow, I think a woman that doesn't try to be attractive for you, first of all, she probably don't like you that much anyway. So she, not only has she given up on life and given up on trying to be attractive, she probably has low self-esteem and stuff like that. So she's like, I'm not even going to try because why? I can't compete with girls that look like Nzinga Johnson.
And yet they're still going on dates?
They're still going on dates because they just hope, because you know what? They still hope that someone will like them and want them, but they lower the bar for themselves because if they raise the bar and then they don't get a date or the guy doesn't like them that much, then they failed. You see what I'm saying? But also, it could be that girl don't like you that much. I have gone on accidental dates a lot of times because I'm a bit naive sometimes when it comes to those things. And I have gone out and I didn't know it was a date and the guy thought it was a date and I just like threw on something and was just like whatever, kind of threw my hair in a ponytail, didn't really care that much. And he thinks this is romantic. And I'm just like drinking water, like, I ate before I came.
You're just talking about basketball with your homie and he's over there licking his chops.
Yeah. So anyway, I didn't like the guy that much. So that's kind of my advice. Maybe I'll have a little bit more later on what guys should, I will definitely have a little bit more later on what you should avoid. But on that, if you're dating a girl that you could tell she's let herself go, she doesn't care anymore about what she looks like, her outfits are a hot mess, and not because she doesn't know, but because she doesn't want to, run for the freaking hills. There's probably more mess under that hood than you're ready to deal with, or that you want to deal with.
At that point, it ain't even about you, fellas. She's bringing the baggage to the party and she wants you to know exactly how heavy it is. All right, so ladies, here's my advice for you on this segment of Red Flag Laws. Don't date men that are as dramatic as women. Don't date guys that gossip, squabble, and create drama and want to talk your ear off about the problems they're having with their coworkers, right? Men and women are different.
Yes.
Biologically, we're socialized different. We serve different purposes. We serve different roles. I cannot imagine any healthy woman who wants to date a man that is just like her girlfriends. And yet, with the wussification of society, I'm seeing more and more of these males acting like this with women they've just started dating. So
yes.
Ladies, let me just tell you, when you meet a man, date a man. If you see a guy who goes on and on about his coworkers or bemoans the fact that his mom didn't answer his calls about such and such, or that he's having issues with past relationships, and he wants to bring all his baggage to the forefront. And he wants to gossip about the girl in the corner at work that he doesn't like, or the guy at work who said something mean about him behind his back. You're dealing with somebody who is overdramatic and may have more estrogen than you do. Maybe he is a good guy. Maybe he does have a good job and a nice car. Maybe he even would be good as a dad with your kids. But I'll tell you what, something needs to change before he reaches that point, and you don't need to be his practice run to figure out why he needs to change.
You better say that. You better say it.
Don't be the person who helps the guy get to where he needs to be. Be the finish line, right? So when you date somebody...
Wait a second.
Find somebody.
That was a point. That was a nugget. Woo!
We're going to have the glasses descend in with the gold chain and the
That was a
Snoop
nugget
Dogg.
right there.
But that, ladies, is my advice to you. Make sure that when you date a man, you're dating a man. And how they talk, how they act, if they are dramatic and estrogen-filled in the way they express themselves, maybe just say, hey, thanks for dinner, but this isn't going to work out.
I went on a date with a man who did that to me.
Really?
It was the first time meeting him. We met for coffee. He did not pay for my coffee. He purposely made sure that I knew that he was not paying for my coffee. I was like, okay, whatever. He doesn't want to invest in this because he doesn't know where it's going to go. Fine. So we sat down, and I expected to have like chit chat and fun and stuff like that. And he told me all of his flaws about his mom dying and how that hurt him, about the last girl that did this and this and this. And I was just like, I got depressed sitting there. And I'm not exaggerating. It was the saddest life I'd ever. I was like, has anything good ever happened to you? He wasn't a bad looking guy. He was well put together. He was well spoken, but he was so pitiful. And I even tried to change the trajectory of the conversation because I was like, this is getting sad. I'm starting to get sad. And he went right back. And then he was like, he literally told me what he was doing was warning me that this is my life. If you're going to date me, this is it. I'm like,
ladies,
what the actual?
Massive red flag. Now, here's the thing. A lot of men will do exactly what this guy did to Z, but they won't tell you that that's what they're doing. And you may, in your empathetic, maternal,
you gotta be
I can
careful.
fix him, I can help him, I can cradle him and make him okay again, and I just need to round off those rough edges. Don't do it.
Hell no.
This is
To
a
the
warning. This
no.
guy has too much baggage. He is not in the correct state of mind, spiritually, financially, physically, whatever, to be dating anyone. And he is using you for free therapy. And in the process of getting that free therapy, he's going to want the cookie too. So don't bother. Tell the guy, go to church, talk to your mom, resolve your issues, call me back in a year or so.
He also never called me or texted me afterwards, and I was like, he didn't like me. And then the guy that hooked us up was like, hey, so-and-so's wanting to know why you didn't call him. And I said, I always thought that the man was supposed to be the one to be like, hey, I want to see you again. And he said, oh, I'll talk to him. He talked to him, came back to me and said, yeah, he said he's tired of pursuing women and he wants them to pursue him. And I was like,
And that is another red flag that we can discuss next week. Thank you so much for tuning into this segment. We will see y'all next time.
Estrogen.
To America's Moments.
Too much estrogen. That's the that's the moral of the story.
All right. Good luck. It's a jungle out there, people. Stay safe.
Lions and tigers and bears.
And hoes. Oh my.